Watching the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, one can just look at Hugh Jackman at the age of 55 and his insane Wolverine Logan physique. One can but wonder, how on earth did he actually do that? But more importantly, you probably ask yourself the question, can I do that? How cool would my life, would my situation be if I could show off the Wolverine, the Hugh Jackman physique that he got in the newest Wolverine and Deadpool movie? And how would it really affect your overall life? If you could just show off to the world your incredible physique, your incredible body transformation, and just show the result of your work, commitment and dedication to that physique, and more importantly, achieve it and sustain it on a daily basis. Well, I personally did that. I achieved the physique of my dream and continue to do so, because there is never enough, because we always want to do more, because once you reach a certain point, you just want to go more, and you know you can do better, you know yourself, and the habits that you got while building this physique, while getting your imagined body transformation that you so strive for, it's actually the reality. And you know, it's all amazing, it's absolutely amazing process, and the journey has been fantastic, but there's another part to this story. There's another story behind that story that actually involves you and me and everyone who sees this transformation doable, who wants to do this transformation. And in this video, I want to share with you the specific tips I did while achieving this body transformation and while achieving the physique that I wanted to achieve, the Hugh Jackman Wolverine physique. But more importantly, it's not just about the physical ways, the physical tips for training and diet that I'm also gonna share with you and tell you that it's actually way easier than you probably think. But there is also this another aspect, the aspect of a limitation or a tool that you are using or not using, that I'm gonna share with you in this video to actually make this transformation not only doable in the long term, but also transform you in a more profound way than you originally thought. Because what would actually happen if you got this physique, the imagined Hugh Jackman Wolverine, you know, big toned physique, muscular, fully capable? Do you think really this is it? Do you think this is all the way? Well, it probably does seem that for you, but believe me, there is another story to this story, as I said. But before I get into that, I'm actually not gonna waste any more of your time and provide you some value, some tips that allowed me to get the physique of my dream, just to later tell you the second most important part that you need to know if you wanna get to that level. And when I was digging up the materials for this video, the Hugh Jackman training and diet for Wolverine, the tips and tricks that he would need to achieve this physique, I realized a very simple truth, the truth that was also behind my body transformation and the truth that I want to share with you in this video. And the main premise, the main message of this truth is actually the fact that it all comes down to the basics. Because as I said, we look for the secrets. How can a man at the age of 55 achieve such a physique? We think about of certain tips and tricks, there's particular training methods that he would do. But the truth is, if you actually look at Hugh Jackman in particular, or any other celebrity, Hollywood celebrity transformation, you actually realize that there is a way simpler way to achieve that. They all follow the basics, they stick to the basics, and they just being committed and determined to do that. There is no hidden secret behind his physique. It all comes down to the basics. And what are the basics, you may ask? Well, the basics are very simple. It's basically knowing your calorie intake, consuming enough amount of proteins, which in most people's case, in the men's case, would be probably 1 gram per pound of body mass. On top of that, about 1 gram of fat per kilogram, and the rest would be carbs. All of that combined in a simple, fairly healthy diet that gives you the necessary energy to fuel you for your trainings. And the overall trainings, if you look at these actors, in case of Hugh Jackman, he went with a very old school approach, the bodybuilding approach, just to shape up his body. But the truth is, you don't have to necessarily go with that approach. Of course, you add to that some proper sleep, maybe some basic supplements like creatine, vitamins, vitamin D, magnesium, zinc, omega-3, and that's pretty much it. You get the physique of your dream just by following the basics that are available to you on the internet. It's very doable, it's very possible, and anyone can really do that. But there is another aspect that most people don't realize. There is the aspect that isn't spoken about when it comes to body transformations. The aspect, the untold story that I want to share with you right now. You know, just like right now we are walking into somewhat of a darker place, more darker forest. There's also a part of this video that maybe you don't want to hear. There is the part of this video that emphasizes on you to ask yourself a certain questions before actually going and attempting the body transformation that you so much crave. And you know, this missing puzzle is actually the tool that you already have. The missing puzzle is the tool that can either destroy your goal or make it possible. And that truth, that hidden truth, is your mentality. The aspect that no one talks about, because we can talk all we want about the body transformations, the tips and tricks of the dieting and training. But as I said, there's a reason why I mentioned only the basics. Just to go to the already second stage of this video, which is the aspect of your mentality, getting to know your why and getting to know why are you doing this and the motivations behind it. You see, you probably saw the movie Deadpool and Wolverine and you want to do it fast, you want to do it immediately. You already see yourself this physique, but this is all so shallow. And seriously, like, think about it. It's probably the aspect that you think is obvious. It's probably the aspect that you don't necessarily want to hear because, hey, it's the random guy that's gonna be talking about this, and like, why? You just came here for the physique transformation. But the truth is much deeper, as I said, because if you don't know your why, and this why isn't shallow, if you don't ask yourself a certain questions, what's the point of this physique? What's the point of looking like this and shining like this to the world if you can't even probably make it because you don't have enough long-term motivation and the overall goal strategy to go through that? And to have that goal strategy, to have the idea of what you are doing, you need to actually ask yourself the question, why are you doing this? What are the reasons behind it? Maybe once again, you're annoyed, you're pissed that you have to pulling back your belly just to look better. Maybe there's plenty of rage, plenty of emotion into you, and you just would like to change something about that. So maybe you just need to use this rage, use this Wolverine rage, I should say, in a good, constructive way, and actually transform not only your physique, but the overall life that is going behind it. Because yes, the physique is a beautiful aspect, the whole process, but if you don't change the core of it, if you don't treat it as a certain way to also build yourself up and your character and get the necessary habits that go with it, you're not gonna make it. You can know all the ways, you can have all the determination in the world, but this determination will eventually pass. And this determination will not last forever. But what will, or maybe I should say can last forever, is the overall habits that you create when getting to this physique, when you treat it as a part of your personal journey and build it as a part of your identity that you are creating. This is the process I'm talking about, because you can transform your body all the way you want. And in most cases, if there is no mentality behind it, you are not even gonna make this in the long term. So what's more important is not actually going the fastest possible way just to get to your imagined Wolverine physique because suddenly that's trending, because suddenly everyone talks about Reynolds, suddenly everyone talks about Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, Deadpool, and all of that stuff. It's about asking yourself the question, why do you want to go so fast? Why do you want to do it suddenly so badly? And believe me, if you sit in front of yourself and ask yourself these questions, you will get the answers you need to start your motivation, and you will realize if this is really your why to do it. Maybe it won't be. Maybe you just want it right now, but you can use this motivation to create a habit that will last. You can incorporate this to enjoy the process, to see the progress of the person you are becoming thanks to that physique. Because behind that physique, there goes a planning, there goes a strategy, there goes a dedication and the overall learning process that helps you to become and to transform your life in a completely different areas. thus making it better not only in that specific physique transformation which starts it all, but also in the aspects of your growth as a person. And that's even more important, believe me, because I've been there. The physique is great, but when there is no mentality behind it, when there is just not enough development and the part of identity that goes with it, yeah, this physique will be great. Yeah, everything you do is amazing. You have the photos, but they don't even give you enough fun. They don't give you the satisfaction that you deserve for your hard work. So before that, make sure you also go with the mental aspect, because it's just as important. Just as the storm coming up, there will be some storms on the path to your transformation, but you can make this. And if you are interested in a more content like that, and more importantly, maybe want to know the more of a dark aspect of these Hollywood body transformations, make sure to subscribe for another video, which will be a really good one. And hopefully you have a fantastic day. Until next time.